We're here at Occupy Albany, here to address both the issues nationally of corporate greed and standing in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street.
Determining the location of the occupation.
And in particular, since we are in proximity of the Capitol building for the state of New York here in Albany, we're going to talk about Governor Andrew Cuomo's lack of support for the poor working people of New York State. Anyone who's aware of the political situation in New York State understands that Andrew Cuomo has elected not to extend a millionaire's tax.
We're going to have to just cut spending. I'm not going to raise taxes.
While at the same time cutting funding in almost every single area of the New York State budget.
Everybody knows that behind the scenes, he is the dirtiest, nastiest political player out there.
This includes things like raising tuition on public education, cutting teacher salaries, cutting money to health care. The message that's been sent from the governor's office is that in times of need, we need to make cuts to everybody except for millionaires. That's why Governor Cuomo's new name is Governor 1%, because that's who he chooses to represent. The 1%, which is the most wealthy of our residents in New York State, those in Wall Street, his backers and supporters. Luckily, we're here to say we're not going to stand for it. We're not standing for it nationally, and that's what Occupy Wall Street is about. But here in the state capital of New York, we're here to say the policies that are passed by both the Assembly and the Senate and that are propagated through the governor's office have to be policies that are representative of the people's needs. You can't eliminate a millionaire's tax at the same time you're cutting everything from poor people, what people need. You can't raise tuition on college students in the SUNY system who theoretically are the poorest people able to attend college in our state and cut taxes on the wealthy. Governor Cuomo has wrote in under high approval ratings, very popular legislation for marriage equality, but ultimately has turned his back on the poor working people of our state. If he's going to continue those policies, the truth of the matter is having him as governor is really not much different than having a Tea Party member. The cry across the nation is expanding to say, at the very least, we need the wealthy to pay their fair share of this financial problem we have. And at the most, we're saying we need a complete transformation of our society. And that here in New York State, that certainly starts with changing what the governor's office represents and possibly who the governor is. Or maybe even elimination of the fact that we even need a governor because we can govern ourselves. So, my name is Victorio Reyes, and signing off from Occupy Albany.